How about a story of courage, determination, and the extraordinary power of refusing to give up? Terez Depasquale is a New Jersey based author, advocate, and agent whose life changed forever when her otherwise healthy husband suddenly ended up hospitalized and, get this, given less than a 1% chance of survival. So instead of accepting the prognosis, Terez became his fiercest advocate, asking a lot of questions, pushing for answers, and navigating a medical system that certainly can feel overwhelming for families facing a crisis like this. Well, Terez's efforts saved her husband's life. Imagine being told less than 1%, but it saved his life. And their journey became the inspiration for her upcoming book, Advocate, which will be released December 20th. The book is both a memoir and a call to action, showing families how to use their voice inside the healthcare system and how hope, persistence, and faith can make a life-changing difference. And to Terez, we say good morning. Happy holidays.
Good morning. Happy holidays.
Nice to have you on. So tell us about when you learned your husband had less than a 1% chance to survive. You go from everything's just fine to I got to get to the hospital to he doesn't have a shot. How does that all happen? Tell us the story.
So I had found my husband overnight unresponsive on our couch. He was completely dead. That 911 call led to 10 months in an ICU, 3 different ICUs. 2 New Jersey hospitals had given up on him. One of the hospitals in the very first week. And I refused to accept that answer. I learned how to advocate and I just kept pushing, which ultimately saved his life. And I realized quickly that there were a lot of families that don't know how to advocate in that ICU and accepted the answers of these medical professionals. And that was my driving force behind this book is, the people need this information. They need to know that they can use their voice, they can ask questions to give their loved one the best chance possible.
Well, Torres, what did they say that he had? What did they think that he had at that point? And why was he unresponsive
So
or
he had a
clinically dead?
so he had a blood clot that had traveled from his leg into his lung. They had labeled it as COVID at the time. It was during the end of 2021. And when the ambulance took him to that first hospital, within the first week there, they told me the ventilator was failing and that was the end. And I had to come say goodbye, make arrangements, call the family, and that was the end of it. And through my research, I had asked them about ECMO, which is maximum life support for somebody in this situation. And their reply to me was, we don't have that here. And I said, well, I'm going to find a hospital that does, and I'm going to have him transferred. And they said, good luck. And I did.
Unreal.
I found another hospital 20 minutes away. I rallied a lot of people to help me. I made a lot of phone calls. I was resilient. I didn't sleep. I didn't do anything but focus on getting him the best care possible. And once we got him transferred, and got put on ECMO, there was just a whole slew of challenges that came after that.
So, I mean, I'm just curious. Did you go back to the people at the other hospitals and say, "Excuse my foul language here. You're an ass. You're an ass. Here's my husband. He's fine. You said he was dead." I mean, seriously. Here's the Italian. You're Italian. I'm Italian. This is the Italian man. So I would slap the guy right in the face. I'm sorry. That would be my violence. And I say, "You're a stupid ass. You left my husband for dead." That's the way I would respond. I'm sure that was what you felt like deep down. Did anyone ever say we screwed up?
Truthfully, that is exactly how I felt. But in the moment, I had never been in an ICU before. And the reality of the matter is nobody thinks about the life or death that happens unexpectedly. Nobody is ever prepared for it, which is also why I wrote the book. So the truth of the matter is in that moment, although I felt exactly the way you were describing, my focus had to be on the next steps. That part came after when he finally came home and is now living a normal, perfect life.
All right, Terez, only because we're already running toward commercial here, I want to get your website out there for more information or to get that book.
Yeah, my website is www.terezdepasquale.com. It comes out December 20th. It will be on Amazon. And then shortly after that, bookstores, hospitals, airports. I'm going to have it everywhere. Everybody needs this book.
Amen to that. New Jersey-based author, advocate, and agent. Be your own advocate and your loved ones' advocates. Do not take what a hospital says for fact. Terez Depasquale, thank you for coming on this morning. Merry Christmas. I'm sure it's a happy one for you now, and may the book be a huge success.
Thank you for having me. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.